Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Monday market update. Now, guys, on this session, I'm going to be updating you on the pairs that we did talk about yesterday on the Sunday market breakdown. So, in this session, I'll be updating you on how these pairs have been progressing, and we're also going to be forecasting any future interest that we are looking at on any of these pairs. So, guys, let us start by looking at what the AUD over the Japanese yen. So, on the higher time frame, we did see price giving us what this overall ascending structure that is near the breakout point, as you can see, indicating that this is having what the high probability of impulsing all the way to the downside. And now as we're moving over onto our daily time frame, on the daily time frame, we did see price giving us what this is out as our continuation structure that is near the breakout, and we were anticipating for price to do it to impulse all the way to the downside up until what this recent low over here, and price did overall give us what this impulsive candle, and price did reach that overall target, which is the nearest low. And as you remember, on the forward time frame, we didn't have anything much to confirm except for what this continuation pattern that was near this overall daily structure. And on the lower time frame, what were we looking for? So on the daily time frame, we're just simply looking for price to give us what a continuation. So price did give us what those two few candles to confirm that this is a continuation pattern. And our entry on the breakout, stop loss above the structure, take profit all the way to the downside, and price played out exactly as we did predict, giving us a nice 3% move. So that is it on this trade. So this trade already reached the overall target. It played out beautifully. So obviously we have to do it. We have to remove this pair off our watch list, right? Because on the daily structure price already, what happened? It already reached our overall target. So there's no point in us adding this pair on our watch list because it already played out as we anticipated. So now let us move on over onto our next pair, which is the Canadian dollar over the Swiss franc. So this one on the high time frame, nothing much has changed. This is still our impulsive movement. This is still our corrective structure. We are still anticipating for price to give us that heavy impulsive move to the downside. And now moving on to our daily time frame. What are we seeing? Price giving us this is our impulsive movement. This is our corrective structure. So we're expecting for this to impulse all the way up until the 90% road, which is this red line over here near the low. And now coming into our 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour on our mid time frame, the only confirmation that we did have was this continuation pattern within this daily structure that from the breakout, and it did impulse all the way to the downside. And now coming into our lower time frame, what are we looking for? So on the lower time frame, we only had what this is our impulsive movement, but now we can see that price is giving us what this is our corrective structure. So this is also ready to be traded. So this is how we are looking at executing this entry on the breakout, stop loss above the structure, and our take profit is going to be all the way to the downside. So this is a potential return of 9%. Look at this beautiful trade. So this is might be playing out to be one of the best trades that we might be executing, giving us what a 9% return on a single trade. So this is how we are looking at the Canadian dollar over the Swiss franc. Now let us move on over into our next pair, which is the New Zealand dollar over the Canadian dollar. So this one also on the high time frame, we did have what this is our continuation pattern that from the breakout, anticipating for this to impulse all the way to the upside. And now coming on to our daily time frame, we did have what this has been what our continuation pattern that from the breakout started to impulse up. We're expecting for this to continue to impulse all the way to the upside. And now coming on to our mid-time frame. So on the mid-time frame at the moment, after the breakout, we don't have anything except for within the structure. And then outside, coming into the lower time frame, we did have what these multiple continuations to confirm. And then on the lower time frame, price did end up giving us what this confirmation that we did speak about last night, whereby price is giving us what a breakout, a continuation pattern, and we're looking to enter on the breakout, stop loss below the structure, take profit all the way to the upside for a potential of 5.4% return. So this is already in motion. So this is how price has been developing. Did give us what that continuation. So that is it on this one. Now let us move on over onto what GBP and ZD. Let's jump on the high time frame. So on the high time frame, we did see price giving us what this continuation pattern from the breakout, impulse up from near retest. Overall, we are still expecting for this to continue to impulse up. And now coming on to the daily. So on the daily, price gave us what this impulse was this continuation. Price impulsed up from the retest also. But overall, we are still anticipating for this to impulse all the way up until the 90% roll. And now coming into our mid-time frame, we did see price giving us this impulsive movement. And this is our continuation structure forming a breakout. So we're anticipating for this to continue to impulse all the way to the upside. And now coming on to our lower time frame, what are we looking for? Price already gave us this is an impulsive movement. We're looking for price to give us a corrective structure, and that is what happened. Price gave us this corrective structure. So we are also looking at executing this on the breakout. Once it reaches the breakout point, stop loss below the pattern, enter on the breakout, and I'll take profit all the way to the upside for what? For a nice 4.9 potential return on what? Also on this trade, guys. As you can see, all of these trades that we did speak about on yesterday's session, they are playing out as predicted. AUD has already hit take profit. KCHF has given us what? An entry pattern. KCHF has also given us what? An entry pattern. And also GBP NZD has also given us what? A valid entry pattern, but it is not ready as of yet. But guys, something important to note. As you can see, KCHF and what NZD have given us an entry pattern both at the same time, guys. So I would advise you to only pick one because what? The Canadian dollar is involved on both of these pairs. So if you're executing both of these trades at the same time, you're no longer risking individual pairs. It means you're now executing what? The same trade on what? On the same pair on Canadian dollar. So it's important, guys, to do what? Pair segregation. Do not execute trades at the same time that are both open to risk at the same time. So only pick one. Maybe if KCHF is still playing around and NZD has already reached what 1% profit, that is when you can do what? Look at adding KCHF. Only if it's still what? In the area of fail. But if it's already moved on, then there's no foul in letting that pair play out and only choose to do what? Only choose to focus on GBP NZD. If only this NZD has already done what? Reached 1% profit. But now, guys, this is going to be the end of our session. Hopefully, it was very informative and you did learn something. As you've seen from yesterday's session and today's session, the markets are playing out as we've been anticipating. But for now, this is going to be the end of our session. But for our VIP members, guys, I'm going to update you on how these pairs have been progressing, and I'll continue to do so throughout the rest of the week. But for you guys on the public group, I'll keep on updating you via these sessions and via what? Giving you maybe a single trade idea on the public Telegram group. But for now, this is the end, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this session, and I'll see you next time.